Fafali Dzodzodzi. I'm in the DAT team in Rich Hospital.
Fafali Dzodzodzi, a midwife of the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, that team. Welcome, Fafali. My name is Kwame, that team of the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. As soon as a baby is born, they begin to examine the baby from head to toe, detecting any defects or abnormality in the baby before handing the baby to the mother for breastfeeding and bonding. They do more than this. They do baby resuscitation and all emergencies concerning delivery. Midwife Fafali is here today to tell us the essence of the DAT team at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ghana. They go through every part of clinics that we have in the hospital. You just want to see that and make sure that your baby is fine before he or she is being discharged.
After you are discharged, we encourage the mothers to go to the ENT for hearing examination. We encourage them so that we rule out any abnormality. We even go ahead and let them scan our QR codes for them to watch videos on danger signs in various languages in Ghana to understand what we are talking about. Sometimes we'll be educating them, but they may not be following. So we go ahead. Those who have the smartphones, we let them scan the QR codes in the language they prefer. So we have Ghana, Ewe, Hausa, for them in English and sometimes French for them to be able to understand what they are talking about with real life events. So they watch it, and if they see anything that's happening to their babies, they quickly come to the hospital. When a baby is born and there is no need for resuscitation, that means we have a very healthy baby, and we need to examine that baby. Even if baby is healthy, you need to do a head to toe examination, physical examination of the baby to rule out any abnormality in the baby. So first of all, you must prepare your examination area. In Ridge Hospital, we usually use the resuscitation bay, or we examine baby under the resuscitate. The resuscitate provides us with heat and light, enough light for us to do the head to toe examination. You seek permission from the mother, explain to her why you are going to do it. And then you send baby to the resuscitation area. We want to examine baby, preferably when baby is very calm. So we start. There's warmth, there is heat, there's clean area, clean corset. So you do your first observation, even without exposing the baby. You use your eyes to check baby up and down. And then as you when you position baby, you look at how the baby is lying. This can also give you an idea. If baby is not crying, maybe at birth you already heard the sound of cry, so you can take it from there. But if baby is not in good health, you get it from the cry. So if baby has a good cry, no breathing issue, continue. First of all, as baby is under the warmth, the color should also help you. A healthy baby is usually pink all over. But if you start seeing baby becoming blue, it means that baby needs oxygen or resuscitation. So you check the hands, the lips, under the feet. If they are all pink, it's a good sign. Continue with your resuscitation. That's a newborn, fresh from the womb. And most babies that we examine, let's say this baby is a 10 baby up to time. Baby is not premature. You can go ahead. Most premature babies have a lot of hair on their skin. We call it lanungo all over. But if the baby is a post date, like the time has already passed, you see baby has dry skin. Most of them, their skin is even peeling. Most post dates, that means their time has passed. Most post date babies have that. Or a 10 baby skin is fresh, pink, elastic, good skin tegel. Now you do your measurement, head circumference. Use a tape measure, head circumference. You measure the baby's head circumference. You measure the baby's chest. circumference and you do the full length of the baby. After that, after we come to the skin, as I said about the preterm babies, they usually have lots of hair. People will say my baby has lots of hair. Sometimes preterm babies have lots of hair. We call it lanongo. And the term babies, their skin is normal, pink, elastic. By the post dates, they have the dry, peeling skin. Most mothers are worried when they see, they think their babies are old. But with time, first bath, even we encourage them to smell pomade, shea butter. With time, it will just start peeling off. Babies are fine.
I mean, the preterm babies, the
Lanungo.
lanungo, spell it.
Lanugo.
Okay, lanungo. So, are they permanent or they are
No,
temporal?
it's wears off.
So, it's a hair that's deceiving the
Yeah,
mothers.
it wears off. Yes. So aside that, skin, we also check for birthmarks. Yes, we check if there's rashes or spots on the baby. Anything about the skin, we check. If it's not normal, then we start noticing it. We note it down. If it will need early admission at NICU, we go for assessment. Or if this baby can be seen on OPD basis, we encourage the mothers that we have to come back after discharge. Now, with examination, we get to the head. We look at the shape of the head. Some babies and not some babies have smaller head. That's microcephaly. Or some have big head, macrocephaly. If the baby's head is too small, it's not small proportional to the body, then there's an issue. And that baby needs to be sent to the babies units for them to assess further and diagnose if there is an issue, if there's any abnormality. We look at the head too. We have something called fontanelles. Those are the spaces on the baby's head. We have some in front and some at the back. They are soft. You realize that that place pulsates. You think the baby is breathing from that side. Yes, it is God's way of, like, we have the fontanelles and the sutures. Where you see the fontan, that space, there's another line crossing. If you get a newborn and you pass your line, you feel the baby's bones, the bones on the baby's head are moving. It is God's way of letting the baby's head be born, because if the bones don't cross over, the baby cannot be born easily. So those lines overlap for the baby to be born easily. So with the fontanels, the front one, the anterior, we use our hands to see if it can, 2 fingers, to see if it can accommodate. If it's in the eyes, we'll check if the eyes are discharging, baby's eyes are discharging. So the ears, when we come to check the ears of the baby, are they well aligned? Are they in well aligned? One, are the ears low set? Are they dropping lower than usual? You look at, if the ears are dropping lower, closer to the neck, then there's something wrong with the baby. The baby may have an abnormality. For a normal person's ear is not supposed to drop so low. Look at the shape. Is it too small or too big? Are all the parts there? You look at those things. Now, everything that is deviating from normal should tell you that there is something wrong with the baby. Or a well-formed human should not have those things. Now, the nose. Some baby, you can see some polyps. It's like a growth in the nose. You have to look as if the nose is patent. Some babies will be having difficulty in breathing. You'll be seeing that the nose there is flaring. Or you look, are there any growth in the nose? You check those things. If there is, then there's an issue. You have to go further. That means that even though baby is crying, baby is pink, there could be other abnormalities that were not detected. Then the mouth, we have something called cleft palate or tongue tie. So we put our fingers. If you can't see it visible on the lips, if there's no space on the lips, that's the lip palate. Check. So you wear a clean glove. You put your hand inside the baby's mouth. Touch the roof of the baby's mouth. Check if there's any hole or any space there. That should tell you that there's a problem in the baby's body, or this baby will have difficulty in suckling the mother's breast. Okay, then you check the tongue. If the baby cries, if the baby lifts the tongue, there's a some babies have some adhesions. So some of these babies, if it's not affecting the baby's suckling, then sometimes we leave it as baby cries, grows, it's cut on its own. But some of the babies need help. Some we have to do surgical intervention by cutting that for the baby to be able to suckle well. And the neck, we check the neck. We have something called webbed neck. It's like the neck is joined to the head, or it looks like a web,
Okay.
like an extra skin on the baby's neck.
Yep.
They are called neck webbing, like spider web. We call it. It is from that you get it like spider web.
WEB.
WEB. Yeah, web. Some babies do have it. Well, it's an abnormality though, but it doesn't affect the health of the baby. But just that it's a deviation from normal. So we are done with the head and the neck. We come to the chest. That's the trunk area of the baby. When you use all your muscles to breathe the chest area. So this baby, look at the chest movements. If there's no indrawing, good, we are fine. Now, if the baby is breathing, can you hear any sound? Or if you use your stethoscope, you check the lungs bilaterally. As you are checking, can you hear any sound that is not normal, like normal air entry? If there's a deviation, you can hear wheezy sounds, you can stridor, you can hear funny sounds. That means that there's a problem with the baby's lungs. And at the same time, the chest area, cardiovascular, the heart sound, if there's any murmur, noise in the heart, like noisy noise as baby is breathing, you can hear some sounds in the heart. Murmurs, noise is a problem.
Are you checking these with devices or just physical examination?
Stethoscope. Using stethoscope. Baby stethoscope. And then the abdomen. When you come to the abdomen, check now. The abdomen is mostly about the stomach area. From your first view, is the baby's stomach too distended? Is it too big? That should be something you should notice. If the baby's stomach doesn't look if it's too big, touch it. Is it soft or it's too hard? Distension. If it is soft, then baby is not distended. But if it is hard, we call something percussion. You use your fingers and then you tap. If you can hear sounds like gas, air, that means that this baby needs to be sent to the baby's unit for attention. Or if there's a mass, you use your hands to palpate. If there is a mass, a growth, that means that they should go to baby's unit to detect which of the organs has that mass around the abdomen. It could be the liver, the spleen, a lot of any of the organs. Now we cut the umbilical cord. So we have 3 vessels. There are two arteries and 1 vein. You check it.
In the umbilical cord? Yes.
After we separate the baby from the placenta, the one hanging there is the umbilical cord. So we peg it though, but you still look at it. There are 3 holes there. We have 2 arteries and 1 vein. No. Now, is it still bleeding? Even though we arrest the bleeding with the
clip or peg,
the cord clamp, but check if it's still bleeding. If it's still bleeding and you have already given your vitamin K, which helps stop bleeding. If baby is still bleeding, then there's an issue. You need to report for further management. And if all this is clear, we go on, we go down, we come to the genitalia, the genitals. Now, if a newborn is, but most of the time, sometimes the babies urinate at once. And when they,
So they come out from the womb
some of them,
most times.
yes, they urinate. That should tell you that's okay. They have that, the place is patent. The baby can urinate. Some even poo, some even pass through. The first stool is the meconium, the dark greenish stool that comes out. Some of, if they're able to pass it, that means their anus is patent. It can. Now, the babies that do not pass it immediately at birth, we give them time. Maybe within 24 hours, baby is breastfeeding, baby still does not pass. And that should, if baby is feeding and baby is not passing still within 24 hours to 48 hours, there should be distension of the abdomen.
The meaning of this tension for
Like
them.
the stomach is becoming hard because you are eating, you are not able to pass. So arterials are blockages. Now, if this baby is not able to pass through, then they will do scan. They will go. They have to do scans to see if there's any blockage anywhere in the baby's um digestive organ, or they will check if the anus is patent. But okay, if the anus is patent, why is the baby not passing through? That's when they have to run scans to check. Now, with the males, with the boys, when they are born, we check.
All that you said about the genitalia is just a general observation.
Yes,
Now
now we take
you're
it one by one.
the
Female,
sex.
yes, sex. With the male, we check the testes if they are descended. So we palpate a bit to see if the testes are well descended. Most premature babies don't have that testes descending. So if the baby is term, the testes, most of the time it drops. We are good. And
What's the sense of that?
well, that should tell you that a baby is a term baby. That baby is well formed. Baby is grown.
Okay.
Baby is
That's how
grown.
tests they hang.
Yes, they hang.
All right.
Because if you are born on like the right time, the right month, you should have your testes dropping. It's part of the growth process. And then um, we look at the the urethra opening, the penis, where the hole is. Is it is it well situated? Some of the babies, that urethra opening is at the top of the penis. All those things should tell us if the baby is having a normal urethra opening. Some babies actually, I'm trying to give you the term. If we have the opening down, it's called hypospadia. But that means that when baby is urinating, the urine rather pass down. It's coming from the down, the lower part of the penis. Or we have epispadia. That means it's coming from the top. So we look at all this. This can be corrected. Now, when we get to the female part, you look at the vagina opening. Is it normal? Is it well situated? You look at the labia majora, the clitoris, all those things. Some babies, some mothers will complain that when my baby was born, my baby is having menses. It is we call it, it is the maternal hormones that's leaving the baby. That is so deposited in the baby. So with time it collects.
They
Yeah,
come out from their vagina.
yeah, it looks like menses. Okay, so with the females, we call something pseudo menstruation. This is pinkish bloody discharge. Some mothers say my baby is menstruating. Usually within a week,
Pinkish blood discharge from where?
from the vagina.
The baby's vagina.
Yeah, so it's pseudo menstruation. So usually within a week it's supposed to clear up. But if it's prolonged and becoming heavy, then you need to see a doctor. Yeah. As I said about the anus that when baby passes the first to the meconium, the darkish greenish one, we are good. The anus is patent. As I said, sometimes atresia blockages can make baby not pass through. Or they even check if the anus is really, the hole is really there, if it's working. After the anus, we check the limbs, the upper, the lower limbs and the upper limbs. We there is some examination we do. It's called all right. So with the limbs, as I said, we check if the they are of the right number. We check at the digits
The
at the
fingers,
no the limbs the lower limbs. Let's say the feet. You
the
check the
toes.
number. Yeah, the two. Thank you. You check the number. Are they well aligned? Some of them are they longer. All these things should give you a clue. Now you check if the um moral reflex. We check for the hands. You check if the baby can hold, grabs you. That's a reflex. And you check whether the fingers are webbed. If they are webbed, if you check I forgot to talk about the clap foot. You check for all the you we are trying to rule it out. But in case it is there, we document and then we refer to the appropriate um cortex for them to take over. And we do hip examination. There are terms we use. We use the Otolani and the Ballot test to check if there is any dysplasia, if there's any displacement of the hip bone. Now, when we come, I think I mentioned something about reflexes. Those are neurological examination we do. We check for, I think when I was talking about the mouth, I said we would do to check for cleft palate. But if there's no cleft palate and baby is suckling, that's a reflex. We have moral reflex, rooting reflex, grafts reflex. I mentioned it earlier on. There are lots of reflex, about 8 or 7. Lots of reflexes that are there for neurological examination in a newborn. We do all those things. Some of them develop as days go by. Sometimes you can check for suck reflex. Baby is not able to suckle very well. Some babies start with biting, like just using their gum. So those babies, they may need assistance. If you try to breastfeed and you're not able to suckle well, we encourage mothers to even express out and do cup feed and then continue with the breastfeeding. With time, some babies are able to pick up easily. And then we turn the baby sideways, check the spine. We have spinal defects, we have bifida, a lot of things. We can see if there's a dimple in the spine, if there are swellings, or there's a pouch that is fluid filled. If you see those things, then you should be thinking of spinal bifida. That's a defect in the baby's spine. But if the spine is straight, not having any growth, we are good. But in case we see those things, we need to refer the baby to see a specialist. After all this, as I first of all, we've already informed the mother that we are going to do it. So when you are done, you document, you tell the parent or the mother your findings. If there's anything to be done or any place for baby to go for further investigation, you inform the mother. But if everything is fine, you thank the mother and tell her that you have checked on the baby. Baby is healthy and baby is fine. But after giving baby to the mother, you encourage breastfeeding as well. You help the mother attach baby to breast. You can briefly educate her on danger signs in newborn, so that in case she goes home and there's any deviation, she comes back and reports early without waiting for the day that she's been given to come and see the doctor. Some mothers, they may see that there's something wrong with their baby, but they will wait because the doctor says come in 3 days or come in 2 days. But after we are done with the examination, we go further to tell the mother, inform her about danger signs in newborn. That is temperature, poor feeding, change in color, respiratory distress, and yes, and maybe the baby is not urinating or passing stool as expected, distended abdomen.